Breaking news, the head of the Shelby County Health Department has resigned. Fox 13 has team coverage as the FBI, the CDC, FEMA, and state agencies look into the mishandling and waste of thousands of COVID-19 vaccines. The new information we've learned in just the last few hours, from children getting vaccinated to the harsh words for and accusations against our health leaders. And are you ready for your MLGW bill? Brace yourself. We're going to tell you about the help available if you do have trouble finding the money for a higher than anticipated bill after more than a week of below freezing temperatures. And a new program from the federal government wants to make sure everyone has internet. What you need to know, straight ahead.
Breaking news now on Fox 13 News at 5.
This breaking news as we come on the air. The Shelby County Health Director is out. Elisa Haushalter resigned hours after new bombshell revelations about the wasted vaccines in Shelby County. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Merle Purvis.
And I'm Daryl Green. This major story exploded just a few hours ago with details from a state investigation. And here's what we've learned so far. That investigation uncovered shocking details of more mishandling of COVID-19 vaccine doses in Shelby County. Among those allegations, a volunteer may have stolen vaccines from the Pipkin building. Another volunteer inappropriately vaccinated at least 2 children at a different location. We now know the FBI has been asked to investigate. FEMA and the CDC have also been alerted. And more than 2,500 doses have been wasted.
That is one of the largest wastes of vaccine in the nation. It's such a big story. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee came to Memphis today. We have crews across the county from the Health Department, the Shelby County Mayor's Office to the Pipkin Building. We're going to begin with Fox 13's Kirsten Garris at the County Commission. Kirsten, the county mayor was in the hot seat this afternoon.
And that is because Director Haushalter is not in the room tonight. That is why many people behind me in that room are very disappointed by what has happened and also by her absence. Several commissioners say they had questions directly for Haushalter about what happened and the state's review into these expired and stockpiled vaccines. And now some of them even say this is a complete embarrassment for the county. Now, commissioners are going on almost 2 hours of questioning Mayor Harris and his administration about the health department's mismanagement of vaccines. Harris says Director Haushalter is still a Shelby County employee today. Her resignation has not taken effect yet. He says there is a wind-down period before that goes into effect. Some commissioners say if Haushalter is still an employee, then she should have been here today in person to answer their questions directly. Harris says they are going through some remediation plans and they're taking corrective actions. But some commissioners asked Harris today, how in the world can you regain public trust after something like this? Take a listen.
Transparency around where things stand, and we need to honestly let the public know that this is going to be a tough process. It's going to be a long process. There will be adjustments required of all of us along the way. We do have a vaccine, and that's great, but it will take over 1 million contacts with the public to get to where we need to be. Nothing about this is going to be easy. And nothing about this is going to be quick.
And another big concern tonight from commissioners, did anyone receive an expired vaccine dose by accident? Coming up tonight at 5:30, we'll dive into that more. Live outside of County Commission chambers tonight, Kirsten Garris, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Kirsten. We also found out 2 children in Shelby County are being monitored closely after they were given the vaccine in Shelby County earlier this month. Now, we remind you, children have not been cleared to be vaccinated.
Yeah, this mess just keeps on rolling. We are going to continue our team coverage with Fox 13's Tony Sloan. Tony is live at the Shelby County Mayor's office downtown. And Tony, the state says it was done inappropriately and by volunteers with the county government.
Yeah, Merrill, the state says that a mother and 2 children got the vaccine February 3rd at the Appling site. Now, the big takeaway here is that the kids actually had their own appointments to get the vaccine. Trials are still being done to see if the vaccine can be given to children, and it could be far before regulators approve the vaccine for children. Now, the state says even though this happened on February 3rd, they say they didn't get a word of this until yesterday, more than 3 weeks later. There was an incident report filed shortly after, but the state says that they're still unclear how the children got the appointment in the first place.
the volunteer believed that that is what he or she was supposed to do if the person had an appointment. I don't recall that there were any names in that. I'm unsure if we even know who that is right now. I don't have any visibility on whether that was reported in the VAERS system.
So no word on how old these children are or if they've had any side effects from the vaccine. The health department just got back to me and told me that they're not offering a comment on the children at this time. Live downtown, Tony Sloan, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Tony. Now, as investigators dug into the health department's mishandling of vaccines, they said that they found that the number of doses thrown away was actually greater than first reported. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon is live at the Shelby County Health Department. Dominique, we've called, we've emailed, you've staked out the offices there hoping to get some answers, at least some accountability on how this all happened.
That's right, Dare. I've been out here since about 1:30 trying to get answers, trying to speak with officials about what exactly went down over the course of the past few weeks, but unfortunately I was unable to reach anyone. And as you mentioned, Shelby County Health Director Lisa Haushalter, she recently resigned, but not before skipping out on the county commission meeting. She was supposed to be there to answer questions about this whole vaccine mess, but of course she was not there today. So there will be some questions that may not be answered because of her absence. But here's what we know right now. State regulators say the health department first reported more than 1,300 doses had expired on February 19th. That evening, the State Department of Health came here and found nearly 1,600 doses had actually gone to waste. We now know, based on the state's count, more than 2,500 doses expired or went unused between February 3rd and the 23rd. Haushalter and her team said they tried to reach out to the Department of Health for almost a week, but no one got back to them. But take a look at this text conversation from Judy Martin at the County Health Department to State Medical Director Michelle Fiskus sent February 13th, which was before the ice storm that the health department had said was causing some of these vaccines to go to waste. It says, "Hi, Dr. Fiskus. Do you have time for a quick phone call from Director Haushalter and me?" Dr. Fiskus responds, "I'm at a wrestling tournament until this afternoon. Can probably do that after 5. Martin then responds saying, "Okay, then enjoy the match. We will touch bases with you tomorrow." Dr. Fiskus said in an email to State Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy that she never got a call until a voicemail 2 days later that did not sound urgent. Piercy also claims that she had a call with Haushalter on the 16th of February, and there was no mention of expired vaccines. The state says Haushalter first reported expired doses on February 19th, and they learned about more this past Monday.
We had gone through multiple iterations of, is there anything else you want to tell us? Is there anything else we need to know? And we weren't disclosed anything until finally we reminded them that there was likely going to be a federal investigation. That is when the additional 840 doses were disclosed.
Those 840 doses she speaks of had actually expired about a week prior, and the Department of Health also explains other instances where vaccines either went unused or expired as well. But we'll bring that to you at 6. Reporting live downtown, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Dominique. The county was already under fire for its mishandling of vaccines before Mayor Lee Harris stepped in front of the cameras Wednesday. He was at a vaccine site for teachers. It's where he revealed a lot of the 51,000 doses the county had were stockpiled for teachers before they were eligible for the shots. He also took time to deflect blame toward the governor.
You've got to remember the state of Tennessee is last of 50 states according to the New York Times. And so if you have a state that's 50 out of 50, then someone is not at the wheel. I think that lies at the feet, the doorstep of Governor Bill Lee. I think he's not doing an active job of managing this pandemic.
And the state has since shared the information it has about the county's issue with the vaccine. Today, the governor came to Memphis to have his say as county leaders reel from it. Fox 13's Jackie Massey joins us live at the Pipkin building. Jackie, the governor called what's happening in Shelby County disappointing and concerning.
Yeah, he was very disappointed, Merle, and he says that, you know, he should know more about this process, the vaccination process. He says it's unclear if the health department reported the issues within a timely manner. And Governor Lee said his biggest concern is for people who live in Shelby County. He said from the very beginning of the pandemic, the state was in contact with the Shelby County Health Department. And Governor Lee explained the health department said the vaccination process was going well. But then things changed, so the state got involved. And the governor expects to find out more information once the Tennessee Department of Health finishes its investigation.
There are a lot of questions about the way information was related, the timeliness of that information, the timelines of the vaccine wastage events, and when that information was made available. There's a lot of question about that, and a lot of concern as to whether or not that was done in a timely fashion or an appropriate fashion. And that's in part what the investigation that's happening right now is about.
The governor also said there's clearly a lack of leadership at the health department, and we just found out that the health director plans on resigning. And earlier this week, we told you that 2 other members of the health department stepped down as well. Now, coming up tonight at 5:30, why Governor Bill Lee is taking a closer look at other health departments across the state. Reporting live at the Pipkin building, Jackie Massey, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Jackie. It's breaking news, as Jackie just alluded to. Elisa Haushalter's last day in office at the Shelby County Health Department will be March 15th. Now, she resigned today, announcing that resignation this afternoon. But we do want to let you know, even through all of this, if you have an appointment scheduled through this weekend, you are still good to go because no appointments are canceled. Go to your appointment as scheduled. Now, this is a story we've been on top of since it first broke. You can count on Fox 13 to continue to push for answers and find out what's being done to prevent something like this from happening again.
And another big story tonight, the weather. As you can see there, it is overcast outside. Some of you are feeling the rain on your umbrellas as we speak. If you have plans this weekend, I hope they are indoors because there's going to be a whole bunch of rain on the way. Fox 13's chief meteorologist, Joey Sullivan, live in Severe Weather Center 13.
Hey there, Merle. We've got widely scattered showers across the region. Nothing too overwhelming, but just as expected, small pockets, especially right now on that state line between Mississippi and Tennessee. Got a nice little line developing over here near West Helena, and it's just widely available. Temperatures over the next few hours are going to be in the mid-50s. I'm going to help you plan out that weekend. That's going to come up in just about 7 minutes.
All right, thank you, Joey. A crisis at Memphis Animal Services. The alleged crime that landed nearly 200 animals there at MAS. But up next, a harsh winter may leave you with a sky-high utility bill. But there is help if you can't afford to pay the next one. We're on top of that story next.
So if you watch Good Morning Memphis from 4:30 to 10, we're going to make sure that you have everything you need to be prepared.
We tell you what you need to know before you walk out the door.
Well, Brittany is actually looking at all this data, trying to figure out how the weather is going to impact your life that day and the next few days.
We're not only tracking accidents happening right now in the real-time traffic center, we're also tracking where we have closures and events that could slow things down later on. If you're not prepared when you leave the house, then we haven't done our job.
People are working longer now. I'm 71 years old, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. I enjoy working. I'm going to be on my feet, trying to get new customers and building my business. When I walked in the Good Feet store, I said my feet hurt. And they says, well, let's see if we can do something about that. What a difference now with these arch supports. And I like what I'm doing, and from now on, my feet aren't going to stop me. My name is Val, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Here's something the insurance companies don't want you to know. When you hire a personal injury lawyer, on average, you'll get 3 times more money than those who don't. Now you know. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Black stories are poetic, historic, comedic, They're emotional, musical, and beautiful. Black stories are here.
Introducing the Black Experience on Xfinity, a new destination that's the ultimate in Black storytelling. Get Xfinity Internet for just $20 a month for 12 months, and you'll get a Flex 4K streaming device that puts all your favorite apps right on your TV. Plus, the Black Experience is included at no additional cost.
This is the new place to experience our stories, only on Xfinity.
Call, click, or visit today.
Ready, set, go. Live big in the larger-than-life SUVs from GMC. The GMC Acadia, Terrain, and all-new Yukon. Get over $4,200 purchase allowance on this 2021 Terrain Elevation Edition. That's an MSRP under $27,000. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $1,000 purchase allowance. See your Mid-South GMC dealers.
What kind of value are you looking for with your next new vehicle? With Subaru, you get Kelley Blue Book's 2020 Best Resale Value brand, 2020 Lowest 5-Year Cost to Own brand, and Most Trusted brand for 6 consecutive years. No wonder Kelley Blue Book also picked Subaru as their 2020 Best Overall brand. A trusted brand and a proven value. It's easy to love a Subaru.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 63 months on select new 2021 models.
The President's Day sale ends Sunday at Bartlett Home Furnishings. Save big with up to 50% off retail. In stock or special orders. Save again with interest-free financing. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends Sunday at Bartlett Home Furnishings.
This is Fox 13 News.
Your next power bill could put you in a little bit of a sticker shock. Your electric and gas bills will likely be higher, in some cases much higher after last week's winter storms.
You might want to hold your breath while you're putting that finger right inside the envelope, because, I mean, really, who wasn't running their heater on high the last couple of weeks? One Memphis man tells us his most recent bill from MLGW was almost $600. And tonight's Making It in the Mid-South, Fox 13 Siobhan Riley explains now what you can do if you can't afford to pay right now.
Whether you live in a home or work at a business like this, you were likely impacted by the recent storms, and you may notice that your bill is going to be higher than normal. But MLGW says there's a lot of money out there to assist that you may not know about.
That's what they told me I got to pay, $587, yeah.
How much is your bill usually?
Probably about $320.
Edwin Brown is like many Memphians who got hit with sky-high electricity bills after 3 major winter storms left many families searching for other ways to stay warm.
$587 is a nice size bill. I'm sure some of it's my fault. I probably burned lights a little more than I need to, but and that space heater. So I'm sure I take responsibility for what I do. But that's a lot of money. Hopefully, like I say, they'll put us on some kind of payment plan.
We told you earlier this week, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water is offering extended payment plans through March 31st. That gives customers up to 12 months to pay their total bill. Customers must pay at least 25% of their total debt up front in order to participate.
We also have a program called On Track. And with On Track, customers have a longer time frame to pay their bill. The balance must be a minimum of $600, and we work with our customers on that program. But the customer has to be approved.
Brown, who is going to try to get a payment plan, says he fears for the families who will never be able to catch up on their bills after a pandemic, 3 winter storms, and a boil water advisory.
Well, I think it's a little excessive.
If you go to MLGW.com, they list some of the agencies that they partner with who are available to help with utility assistance. In South Memphis, Siobhan Riley, Fox 13 News.
New at 5, Memphis Animal Services is facing a crisis tonight after a cockfighting ring broken up in Memphis. MAS says they have taken in more than 150 birds, 11 dogs, and 1 cat from the home. Hector Martinez, charged with aggravated cruelty to animals and cockfighting. Memphis police say they executed a search warrant at a home yesterday on Elston Road. Officers say they found a bunch of cockfighting paraphernalia and material, including something called rooster boxing gloves, along with medication. If you are interested in adopting, go to our website, fox13memphis.com, for information.
A reminder tonight for people who live in the city of Memphis, if your trash hasn't been picked up this week, just leave it on the curb. Leave the trash cart where it is. The city says that they were behind earlier in the week because of last week's storms. Now, city leaders do tell us they plan to have all of the weekly trash collections finished by the end of tomorrow.
Widely scattered showers still coming through. Now, I do have some updated rainfall totals to talk about, a little bit of adjustment there, but everything else is on course. You've got rain up near Blytheville, Ashport, Covington. Again, just small pockets moving through, not a soaker at this point, but it's just going to be ongoing. Same thing happening in North Mississippi, moving left to right, a little bit of a northeast sort of tilt there. West Helena, you've got some more rain coming towards you, and Tunica as well. This is going to continue overnight and into the early morning hours. Looks like we're going to be picking up a little bit of the tempo between midnight and 1 a.m. as we hit 8 to 9 o'clock on your Saturday, and this is a big, busy day. Everybody's trying to accomplish things. I don't think you've got a rain out tomorrow. We do have, again, a widely scattered pattern, mid-50s for a cool start, and things get even quieter around the midday. This was the same information we shared last night, so that hasn't changed. Everything stayed rather consistent. Mid-60s, overcast, maybe a little bit of sunshine, not much. And then as we head towards the evening hours, a little bit of a uptick in that momentum, a little bit more action moving through, some more rain coming by. As we go into Sunday, Sunday's going to be the bigger rain day. And as we head into Sunday afternoon, early afternoon hours, I think that's going to be our best chance to see some isolated thunderstorms come through here as the warm front that has been pushing northward gets pushed south by a cold front. That's going to drop temperatures a little bit. We're going to take a closer look at that Sunday severe thunderstorm threat. We'll do that coming up at right around 5:48. I've adjusted the totals a little bit here. To the south of Memphis, that was looking at a pretty decent rainfall buildup. I'm going to pull back a little bit on that, still keep us in the 3 to 5 range in the Memphis area. But overall, just know we've got ongoing rain happening all the way through the weekend, and we are worried about small streams, runoffs, creeks, rivers, that sort of thing. Keep your eye on that. Scattered showers tonight for that trip to the grocery store, mid-50s. Need the umbrella if you're going to be walking through that parking lot far from the door. And, of course, when it's raining, everybody has to park a little bit farther than they wish to. Tomorrow morning, widely scattered showers for your Saturday start. Numbers right around 50 to 55 to get us going. Midday temps, I don't have a lot of rain at midday, 60 to 61, so a fairly mild day. Short sleeves feel good. And we're going to go ahead and put those scattered showers on your day, but Saturday's not a washout. It's just a day to know we're still part of that rain fabric. Afternoon high near 66 degrees. Here's your next 7 days for that weekend is here, and we're ready to get there, I know. Mild numbers, that's the surging warm front, and again, some thunderstorm chances on Sunday, which we'll take a closer look at. We cool off behind the cold front Monday, Tuesday. More rain chances on Tuesday, and we're watching next week as well for more scattered shower opportunities. As of now, you've got a lot of on-again, off-again rain happening this weekend, but we're going to get you prepared for that Sunday energy threat for portions of the area. We'll do that coming up at right around 5:48.
Thank you, Joey. Still to come, our top story tonight, the fallout of the Shelby County Health Department after thousands of vaccines and reports of others stolen. And up next, the House is expected to pass a bill that includes another stimulus check. Why it could be weeks before you see the money in the bank.
The Southland team is back on the floor, and we invite you to come back too.
We've reopened the sports book, spaced out the slots and tables,
and fired up the food service.
We've always been closer. Now we're closer to normal.
If you're looking for a new SUV this winter, you gotta run the numbers. Let's start with 3, as in 3 amazing Toyota RAV4s to choose from. The luxurious Limited, the rugged Adventure, and the extremely quick XSE Hybrid at 219 horsepower. And those numbers all add up to 1, as in America's #1 selling SUV. Now when you run the numbers, get $1,250 customer cash, or get a great RAV4 lease for just $199 a month. Run the numbers and save. Toyota, let's go places.
Why am I so calm right now? Because this isn't a spy thriller. This is a Nissan sales event ad. Right on cue. This Rogue has more standard safety technologies than that RAV4. It's almost too easy.
Hurry in and save up to $72.62 on select models.
Tick-tock, time's running out.
Are you ready to join the doers? Those who do more
with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. And don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Talk to your asthma specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
When severe winter weather struck the South and our region last week, the employees of MLGW and TVA, working in partnership, maintained the safe, reliable power Memphians expect and deserve. Together, our employees worked around the clock to keep the communities of Memphis and Shelby counties lights on and your homes safe and warm. We thank the employees of MLGW and TVA for their preparation and hard work.
The Southland team is back on the floor,
And we invite you to come back too.
We're taking bets in the sports book,
keeping the slots and tables rolling,
and firing up the steakhouse.
We've always been closer. Now we're closer to normal.
This is Fox 13 News.
Well, we could soon be another step closer to getting more stimulus money and coronavirus relief to Americans.
Yeah, you're looking live at the Capitol, where the House is set to pass President Biden's American Rescue Plan sometime this evening.
Fox 13's Samantha Manning is in Washington, where that bill is expected to pass along party lines.
Polls show that most Americans, both Democrats and Republicans, support the proposal. But it's still getting a lot of pushback from Republicans in Congress who say it's an expensive wish list. Just days after the U.S. surpassed 500,000 deaths from the coronavirus, Congress is expected to take another step forward in passing more relief.
This is good news for the American people.
House Democrats crafted President Biden's $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. The proposal includes $1,400 stimulus checks and billions for vaccine distribution, schools and local governments.
You have to crush the virus first in order to open things up. And that's what we're doing with this American Rescue Plan.
It has overwhelming support from Democrats who control the House, but Republicans are standing strongly against it, saying it's too costly.
This is the wrong plan at the wrong time for all the wrong reasons.
Senate Republicans proposed a counter plan, a smaller $600 billion package. Their version called for $1,000 stimulus checks instead of the $1,400. And it doesn't include any aid for state and local governments.
No one's arguing to do nothing. What we're arguing for is to target that relief, not have a grab bag stimulus.
The House bill also includes a federal minimum wage hike to $15 an hour. But that's all but doomed in the Senate after a ruling against it yesterday, so it's not expected to be part of the final version. House Democrats have said they want the bill passed by the Senate and signed into law by March 14th. That's when the current expanded unemployment benefits are set to expire. I'm Samantha Manning, reporting from the Washington News Bureau.
Still to come on Fox 13 News at 5, recognizing those in our community for Black History Month. At 5:45, two men who fought to keep peace in Memphis while the protests in other cities turned violent, even deadly. Plus, reports of vaccines stolen by a volunteer in Shelby County. Right after the break, other issues the state found out about the handling of vaccines here.
It's important when you hire the largest injury law firm in the world that you're treated in a very personal and attentive way and with respect. That's why every client doesn't get just one lawyer. You get your own team, so you're never lost in the shuffle. And listen to this. You also get our dedicated client satisfaction department 24/7. If you have any concerns about your case, our guarantee is you'll hear back before the day is over. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Why am I so calm right now? Because this isn't a spy thriller. This is a Nissan sales event ad. Right on cue. This Rogue has more standard safety technologies than that RAV4. It's almost too easy.
Hurry in for a low $229 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue.
Tick-tock, time's running out.
I'm almost there.
Your worth is more than what shows on the outside. Just like the 2020 Civic LX. From Honda, well-equipped and at a great price. Honda was named KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand.
Black stories are poetic, historic, comedic. They're emotional, musical, and beautiful. Black stories are here.
Introducing the Black Experience on Xfinity, a new destination that's the ultimate in Black storytelling. Get Xfinity Internet for just $20 a month for 12 months, and you'll get a Flex 4K streaming device that puts all your favorite apps right on your TV. Plus, the Black Experience is included at no additional cost.
This is the new place to experience our stories, only on Xfinity.
Call, click, or visit today.
Dinner with the Drakes. Tonight? Alexa, ask Buick to start my Encore GX. 4 fillets.
You know this dinner's for their
Kids. Thanks for watching them.
Where's the pizza?
The Buick Encore GX. Get this low-mileage lease on this 2021 Buick Encore GX for around $189 per month.
See your Mid-South Buick dealers.
The coronavirus story is evolving. Our job is not to lean into one fact or the other. Just give the facts. Explain what you see, what you researched, what you found to be the truth. We need to just find the evolving facts. We can help our viewers to understand the truth.
This is Fox 13 News.
Breaking news right now. You can see in the monitor the picture right there on the left side of your screen. That is Mayor Lee Harris. He is talking right now, giving an update on what is happening with this investigation into the debacle that is our major story tonight.
Yeah, this is a virtual Q&A, a news conference, as you will, from the mayor answering questions from reporters after the Shelby County Commission met today. Of course, we're listening in. We have a reporter there listening in, as a matter of fact, and we'll bring you all the pertinent information on what he says coming up here in just a moment. Of course, our major story tonight is the state's investigation on the mishandling of the COVID-19 vaccines. Now, as we told you at the top of our 5 o'clock newscast, Shelby County Director of the Health Department, Elisa Househalter, has resigned, and her last day, Merle, is set for March 15th.
Allegations from the state include a volunteer may have stolen vaccines from the Pipkin building, and another volunteer inappropriately vaccinated at least 2 children at a different location.
And we now know the state of Tennessee has asked the FBI to look into those claims of that volunteer who possibly stole COVID-19 vaccines from the Pipkin building.
Fox 13's Tony Sloan is part of our team coverage tonight. Tony is live in downtown Memphis outside the county mayor's office. And Tony, you talked with the state health director today about this and other issues with the vaccine handling here in Shelby County.
Yeah, Merle, the state says they only found out about the possible thefts yesterday. But the incident happened February 3rd at the Pipkin building. That's the same day that 2 children got the vaccine at another site. We told you about that at 5. Now, the state says that Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris had been sitting on the report until it was brought to the state's attention by their team on site here. The state says it then reported the theft to the FBI. The state council was scheduled to talk to the FBI today about the possible theft. And we're told the state believes that the vaccines were already in syringes and not in vials, and that the volunteer left the site with the syringes.
I cannot disclose a lot of information about that ongoing investigation. I can confirm that it was a volunteer. It was not an employee of the Shelby County Health Department. It was a volunteer at one of their sites, and that volunteer is no longer working at that site or any of the sites to my knowledge.
And we're told that much more will come out of the investigation with the FBI later next week. We're going to continue to talk to the state and reach out to the Shelby County Mayor as well to get more information. Live downtown, Tony Sloan, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Tony. Now, the problems here in Shelby County have Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee taking a much closer look at other sites across the state. In fact, Tennessee controls 89 county health departments. The 6 others, including Shelby County, are under local control. Fox 13's Jackie Massey joins us live at the Pipkin building. The governor visited there today, Jackie, and you asked him if he thinks the state should be in charge of all health departments across the state.
Daryl, he didn't give me a clear answer, but says there's definitely a lack of leadership at the health department in Shelby County. And he says because of the issues here, he's looking at health departments across the state, especially the ones under local control. Now, Governor Bill Lee said from the very beginning, he's constantly checked in with the vaccination sites. He told me he is confident in the state-run health departments, saying they have a clear protocol and process for providing data and information. Now he's asking even more questions about health departments under local control.
We're very, very concerned about what happened and when it happened and when the notifications were made. It's obviously very troubling, but we have intervened. We have taken this process over. We are partnering with the city of Memphis, and we feel very strong about it.
I also asked Governor Bill Lee if he provided enough resources in Shelby County for the vaccination process because Mayor Lee Harris argues otherwise. And Governor Lee says he did his part by touching base with Memphis and Shelby County. And coming up tonight at 6, you'll hear what he has to say about the current vaccination process and the new leadership. Reporting live at the Pipkin building, Jackie Massey, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, and new at 5, Shelby County, as it turns out, we're not the only county in Tennessee having vaccine problems. We learned just before news time that 1,000 COVID-19 vaccines for Rutherford County teachers was wasted. They were wasted after a storage error. The Rutherford County School District reported the mistake to the State Health Department this afternoon. State health leaders say they have a team on the way to Rutherford County, and you can see it's right there in Middle Tennessee. They're going to look into what happened there. Still to come on Fox 13 News at 5, some Shelby County students return to the classroom Monday. What the district is doing this weekend to make sure everyone is on the same page. But first, the local organization that's building up young girls' self-esteem through exercise.
So if you watch Good Morning Memphis from 4:30 to 10, we're going to make sure that you have everything you need to be prepared.
We tell you what you need to know before you walk out the door.
Well, Brittany is actually looking at all of this data, trying to figure out how the weather is going to impact your life that day and the next few days.
We're not only tracking accidents happening right now in the real-time traffic center, we're also tracking where we have closures and events that could slow things down later on. If you're not prepared when you leave the house, then we haven't done our job.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making, sponsored by WNT Contracting Corporation, providing quality construction for over 20 years.
I'm Corey B. Trotz. If you've been hurt, it's time to lawyer up with NSC. Call 683-7000 because we aren't afraid to fight the big insurance companies. That's lawyering up to money up. Hey, how am I supposed to get down from here?
I'm a member of American Home Shield, which means this faucet may be freaking out, but I'm not.
All good here.
Something's wrong with my AC. It's blowing pretty hard and it won't turn off. Luckily, I'm a member of American Home Shield. My plan helps cover the cost when parts of more than 20 home appliances and systems wear out. If they can't repair them, they'll replace them.
American Home Shield is the largest and pays the most home warranty claims.
It covers things home insurance doesn't, no matter their age. It's a beautiful day.
I've never felt so good.
For a free quote, go to ahs.com. That's ahs.com. Hey, Janice!
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South, honoring the men and women who are paving the way for a brighter future.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making, sponsored by Code Crew.
Access the experts of Severe Weather Center 13 anytime with the Fox 13 weather app.
We break down the day hour by hour to help you plan ahead.
The most accurate information updated by the meteorologists you trust. Download the Fox 13 weather app today.
After a car crash, the big insurance companies you see advertising on TV, they may try to downplay your case and might say it's only a fender bender or it's just a herniated disc. I worry that some law firms fall for this BS. Not us. We put ourselves in your shoes and ask, what would it be like to be in your pain for the rest of our lives? $1 million wouldn't be enough for me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
This is Fox 13 News.
Exercise not only keeps your body physically fit, but it can also support your mental and emotional health as well.
In this week's Family Focus, Fox 13's Lauren Coleman shows us how a local organization is uplifting young girls through fitness.
Running, sit-ups, and lunges help build stronger muscles, but they can also help to boost self-esteem. Girls on the Run Memphis is a girl empowerment program with a goal to do just that.
Is to encourage girls to find their joy and their confidence and to understand that they have limitless potential.
Executive Director Joanna Littman says the organization uses physical activity and dynamic discussions to build social, physical, and emotional skills while encouraging healthy habits of life. With 2 after-school programs for elementary and middle school girls, participants go through a series of lessons over the course of 8 weeks.
It's topics that are things that are interesting to them, that they're dealing with in their daily lives, like how to understand what it means to be a good friend, how to approach something that might be difficult with a more positive attitude.
Since 2018, Girls on the Run has served almost 430 girls at various program sites around the city. Evie Johns and Carly Rogers are both in the program for middle school students.
I've learned a lot about positivity and emotions, and also about physical fitness as well. And I really enjoy it because it makes me feel very positive and happy doing it.
I get to interact with other people and find out what we have in common and stuff and make new friends.
Even in a pandemic, coaches like Angela Graves have found a way to teach girls virtually.
I love coaching the girls because they bring their energy and their enthusiasm to practice, and it helps uplift me, you know, as a woman, as a person, and to see the smile on their face when they're crushing their goals and achieving, you know, everything that they want to achieve. It just makes me feel better.
For Fox 13's Family Focus, I'm Lauren Coleman.
Registration for the spring season is open right now. If you'd like details on how to participate, go to our website. Log on to fox13memphis.com.
Scattered showers still moving through. We're going to track that for you live, and we're going to take a look at where we see the best chance for storms to get a little extra this weekend. That's right after this break.
Just one look, and I fell in love. With you.
At the Great American Home Store, you'll find the most complete selection of sofas in every style you can imagine. Shop online or in-store for the perfect sofa for your home, with additional cash savings or no interest financing at the Great American Home Store.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South. They led thousands of Memphians for days of protests. Frank Gotti and Devontae Hill helped Memphis lead the nation, peacefully supporting the Black Lives Matter movement and making history for their dedication to raising the voices of Memphians.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making, sponsored by Great American Home Store. There's no place like home.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or being the only pickup on Car and Driver's 10 best list. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
During Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 84 months on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Go to ram.com and hurry in for this great offer.
What if sun-made raisins were just the beginning? A naturally sweet start to a world of delicious flavors like sour candy and s'mores. All from Sun-Made, and all made with whole fruit. Imagine that!
IHOP has new breakfast burritos and bowls with 6 tasty options like the spicy poblano fajita with shredded beef. This beef's been shredded.
New burritos and bowls starting at $5.99 at IHOP.
I was in a car accident, and I hired a law firm that is always on TV. They had my case for almost a year, but when the insurance company denied my claim, the law firm with the jingles immediately dropped me. I went to the Reeves Law Firm, and they fought for me, and I ended up getting almost $100,000. Reeves Law Firm fought for me when no other firm would.
Call us. Let us be your voice.
When severe winter weather struck the South and our region last week, the employees of MLGW and TVA, working in partnership, maintained the safe, reliable power Memphians expect and deserve. Together, our employees worked around the clock to keep the communities of Memphis and Shelby counties lights on and your homes safe and warm. We thank the employees of MLGW and TVA for their preparation and hard work.
This is Fox 13 News.
In honor of Black History Month, Fox 13's Family Focus is taking a moment to recognize the impact of contributions by African Americans right here in our community. So they didn't plan the peace march for George Floyd, but their leadership ended up being the difference maker. Tonight, how Frank Gotti and Devontae Hill fought to keep peace in Memphis, while protests in other cities turned violent, even deadly. When metropolitan cities around the nation watched businesses burn and shots fired among opposing protest groups, Memphis stood out. Basically, one broken window in a downtown clothing store. Done, by many accounts, at the hands of a rogue group, not Black Lives Matter. The Bluff City remained peaceful with no buildings burned. People didn't have to dodge bullets. At the center of leading Memphis onto a path of peaceful protest, two grassroots activists, Frank Gotti, Devontae Hill. Seasoned watchers of Memphis demonstrations might be gobsmacked that Gotti and Hill became the peacemakers for the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protests, because they are not strangers to unrest. Outsiders may only recall that they were among protesters closed down the Memphis, Arkansas bridge, or that one or the other joined marchers who briefly blocked visitors from one of America's most popular attractions, Graceland. Fast forward several years, and they are leading a peaceful protest for equality. That was not what they set out to do, but they were there, day after day, helping prevent their hometown from exporting another negative headline.
I'm from Memphis. I'm raised in Memphis. I'm raised in the hoods in Memphis. So when I walk around in these neighborhoods and all these killings going on, when I come out my door every morning, I got to wake up to killings. When I go on social media, I got to wake up to mamas crying because they done lost their sons, or fathers crying because they done lost their sons. I do this for Memphis. I don't do it for nothing else.
My mentor, John Lewis, always let me know that peaceful was always the route. I believe that Memphis has come such a great distance, even though we have such a great distance to go. It would have been counterproductive for us to have been anything other than peaceful during the recent protests.
Hill and Gotti showed love in action for their hometown. Both men give the praise to men and women who came before them.
And all these elders that's praying for us, for real, because if it weren't for the elders that led the civil rights movement, that praying for us, for our safety, this wouldn't happen.
And they give the credit for why Memphis became a national exception to God.
And I truly believe that when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're in your purpose, you're in your destiny, everything will fall the way that it's supposed to fall.
And because of their leadership, Memphis was moved forward. Join us tomorrow for a Fox 13 special honoring Black History Month and the people and places that forever change lives of generations to come. Our 30-minute special airs tomorrow on Fox 13 at 6:30.
Developing tonight, Monday, some Shelby County school students will go back to the classroom for the first time in almost a year. Pre-K through 5th grades will be back in class. 6th graders through 12th graders return the following Monday. Now, all families who want to remain virtual will be able to continue that remote learning lifestyle. To prepare students and parents, though, SES is holding a virtual town hall tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Again, Saturday at 5. It's through the district's website. District leaders say that they're going to go over the school reentry plan and answer parents' questions.
Things are relatively quiet right now on the 240 loop and heading right into Memphis, but the scatter showers continue. We had some rain just over the Wolf Chase area 10-15 minutes ago that is drifting off to the east along 40 and near the Oakland corridor. As we take a more bird's eye view, you can see these widely scattered showers, nothing too serious, no real impressive concentrations, just sprinkling our Friday night as expected, and you get a little bit of a better setup here near Tunica, extending back into Phillips County in Arkansas. That's going to give us a little bit more of a impressive little rainfall total, and that is trying to angle up toward DeSoto County. Could hit Shelby County in about the next, half hour or so, but again, no lightning or storms. However, as we've been saying for quite some time, the rain chances will continue. On and off rain, that's our story right now, milder than average, with some energy this weekend, some heat to go along with it. And you can tell what happens here. We've got a bit of a front coming through, cooler temperatures as the warm front builds the weekend and the cold front comes through, and our temperatures on Monday, Tuesday are going to drop as well. But as that occurs, as we go into that energized Saturday, Sunday, we're looking at the potential for things to get a little amped up, to get a little bit more impressive in the storm sort of parameter. And as we go into Saturday, things don't look super impressive. We don't have a lot of rain on Saturday. It's again, off again, on again, off again, rather, I should say, instead of a sweeping line. That occurs on Sunday as the surging warm front pushes back south. I was just studying this and all the different layers with Yasser Kishk, and we're really coming to a consensus about Sunday afternoon, some decent thunderstorm opportunities as the line of rain moves through. And I'm going to walk you through that line of rain coming up in our 6 o'clock broadcast at right around 6:18. All that to say this, roughly noon to 2, noon to 4, that's the target area we're looking at to have some decent little thunder rumblers come through here. As of now, the components we need for this to be a tornado situation are not that strong. It's more of a thunderstorm situation, which has, along with it, lightning and hail and some of those components, some strong winds. But we're watching that carefully. You need to check in with Good Morning Memphis Saturday, Sunday, and of course, Yasser will be here Saturday night to give you some updates as we go into the weekend. Tonight, between 7 and 9 for your evening plans, take the umbrella, the light jackets. It's cool out there and a little drizzly, a little yucky, but you can still make your way around. Just be careful. Tomorrow, we've got some showers on and off throughout your Saturday. We start off near 50 degrees between 7 and 9 a.m. We hit a lunchtime temp that's pretty mild, right around 60 degrees or so, a little bit above that. I don't have a lot of rain for your midday plans tomorrow. It's just widely sprinkling the area, but go ahead and prepare on it. Overcast for the most part. You could see a little sunshine. And a rather mild daytime high of 66, which is above average. We should be around 58 right now, so that's a little bit of a warmer trend for us, a warm up. Sunday has the best chance for some storms coming through, as we just talked about. This is all part of the warm front surging north of us. As that front gets pushed back to the south, we see cooler temperatures Monday, Tuesday. More rain chances on Tuesday. Right now, I want you to get prepared for an on-again, off-again rainy weekend with some thunderstorms arriving likely Sunday afternoon.
Thank you, Joey. Coming up, twice as many vaccines wasted in Shelby County than first reported. On Fox 13 News at 6, we're going to tell you why it took days for the state to figure out that exact number. But first, it's time again for local steals and deals with Lisa Roberts.
Have you ever noticed that the crazier your life gets, the more it means to you when someone takes time out of their day to do something just for you, right? Here at Local Steals and Deals, we have so many wonderful ways for you to do that, to really reach out to the people you love and care for the people you love. Whether it's a special occasion or a Tuesday, These are the things that really matter, the things that they're going to think of you every time they look at them and use them. So I wanted to show you beautiful ideas like jewelry. What girl doesn't love a piece of jewelry? Well, this is Kevia. Kevia is a beautiful brand, beautiful designs, and they have these boxed sets. So instead of one necklace, you get 5 or 6. You get all the necklaces, you get all the bracelets. So it's a whole wardrobe really in every box. I love that idea. Maybe you have someone in your life who loves home. Right? What is more beautiful in your home than walking into a room that smells amazing? Soy Delicious candles, the most decadent candle on the market, beautiful fragrances, fabulous boxes, so many wonderful ways to make every room in your home smell amazing. I love that idea. Maybe you want to make sure that someone you love is safe. This is She's Birdie. This is an alarm that you carry on your keychain. And if something happens, you pull it, and trust me when I tell you, no one's going to miss what's going on. People are going to notice. I love that idea. The Clean Light Air. Maybe you want to protect someone from the environment in a way. This cleans the air around you. It actually kills 99.9% of the bacteria and germs in the air, and it does it in 2 different ways. Maybe you want to relax after a long, hard day. Someone in your life works hard. They got the aches and pains and the muscle aches. They're always cold. This is a beautiful massaging weighted heating pad from Sharper Image. What could be better? These are just a few of the absolutely fabulous ideas that we have for you on localsteals.com. All special offers, all beautiful gifts, all ways to take care of the ones that you love.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
Your wireless, your rules, your savings. When you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you could save up to $300 a year. Choose from flexible wireless data options on the most reliable network. Now with nationwide 5G included at no extra cost. Get this special offer on Xfinity Mobile and Internet together for just $35 a month. And save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkhammer, Sunrise Buick GMC truck. What a great time to buy a newer used car or truck and save money at Sunrise. The largest selection in over a year. Over 900 new Buicks and GMCs to choose from. A $6 million used car inventory. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. Factory rebates up to $6,250 and Sunrise discounts high as $10,000. Immediate financing available with interest low as 0% on select models. Cars and trucks under $10 grand. When it comes to selection and savings, it doesn't get any better than this, partner. Come in and save some money at Sunrise. Covington, White, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making, sponsored by 745 Cash. Visit us online or at one of our 11 Memphis area locations.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
$50,000 for an injury claim. It might sound good, but what if another firm would have recovered $500,000? Many people get ripped off by the insurance company and their own lawyer. We fight to get you every single dollar. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
What should we do?
I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
Mid-South weather changes fast, expecting more storms. That's why the Fox 13 Severe Weather Team is always here to keep you alert in times of severe weather.
Tornado watch is still in effect.
Get to a safe place in your home and instant updates as the weather changes.
Make sure you have the rain gear.
Trust the Fox 13 Severe Weather Team for weather coverage you can count on.
If there's news, if things shift, if they stay the same, you're going to hear it here on 600 WREC. It's what we do, and we're all in this together.
This is Fox 13 News.
A new map highlighting African-American heritage sites in Clarksdale, Mississippi, unveiled today.
As Fox 13's Tom Dees found out, that map contains dozens of points of interest, and it is free for everyone.
Clarksdale historian Brenda Luckett tells me the map itself only took about 2 months to organize. It's filled with places and people she knows because she grew up in Clarksdale.
I was asked to work on the project because I work with the Civil Rights Museum, the North Mississippi Civil Rights Museum here in Clarksdale. And my mother and my father were active in civil rights and participated, and so I kind of grew up in the movement.
You can pick up one of these folding African-American heritage maps here at the Visit Clarksdale office. There are about 30 different points of interest on the map itself.
We had a lot of different places that we could have, added. But I am hopeful and grateful that it's a living document, and that we can have it online and we can continue to add as different places are highlighted.
The map highlights civil rights sites and historic African-American figures and businesses in Clarksdale.
And like most are the pictures, because it kind of takes me back. Some of them I remember, some of them I wasn't born yet, but I can remember people and locations and situations that I had good memories with. So I enjoyed the pictures, and of course I love doing the research for it.
In Clarksdale, Tom Dees, Fox 13 News.
Now, Tom also found out that the information in the African-American heritage maps is also being included in kiosks and hotels all around Clarksdale. Now, the maps are free, and Visit Clarksdale says that they will send one to anyone who requests one.
Fox 13 News at 6 starts